Good evening, people. How's it going? I've only just managed to get the TV going, actually. I'm kind of fortunate the app on the TV was playing up big time, but here we are. Sitting down to watch the Reds take on the Blues in Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. Marius says hello. Hello, Marius. Cheers. Levi as well. Lions tour is not until July, August, Marius, mate. Sam is at the ground. The crowd doesn't look that great, Sam, at least from what we've seen on camera. Shonik, how's it going? Dig seeing the Aboriginal jerseys from Oz. Shonik, the only Aboriginal one I have is kind of the Wallabies kind of Aboriginal style kit from quite a few years ago now. Novmum says it's the purples, as in poos. The crowd's not very good, you reckon? Nice food takeaway says, let's go Mighty Blues. Indeed, let's go Mighty Blues, man. They need a big win here. Michael, man, how you doing, sir? How's the weather? Is it warm up your way yet? Or is it still pretty chilly? Because it's been chilly here. Jason says Hegarty and O'Connor are out. I did see that O'Connor was out. I did not see that Hegarty is also out, man. Advantage Blues, maybe? It'd be like the Blues to choke it away, but you never know. Blues are top, if you weren't aware, going into this one, top of the log. They need a bonus point win to assure they will kind of stay there, basically, for the moment. Evening, James, man. How's it going? Jamie, what's up with you? Big V8 show, how are you doing, sir? Schlanger, on the Bears, man. I am indeed on the Bears. I've just had kickoff. I get the feeling I'm probably behind people because when I got the game up on my computer, even I was ahead of my TV. So there you go. Theft, how's it going, man? Mark, man, how are you doing? Still in Seattle, I'm assuming. Stewart's at 10. Greeley, who's Greeley? At 15 and Fluke at 22. Okay. Only way for the Crusaders, not Mum was about to say before that disappeared, isn't the final is for the Blues or Hurricanes to drop a game. Right, so the Blues just need to get a win here. Trying to get warmer, fair enough. It's trying to get colder over here. I'm getting bloody chilblains on my hand. They probably won't come out on camera, but my hands are swollen and disgusting, but I've had that since I was a child, so winter's not my friend. Close game between the Force and the Crusaders. Novmum, it was pretty close, actually. No spoilers. Rugby Rundown. Good points. Seeing as I'm behind and some other people on the stream may be behind, if stuff happens, try not to give any details away in the stream if you can. Just for those of us that may be behind you for where you're at. James, these are Tui. I've got like 2 bottles left. My dad brought round more beers. I'd finished my box and then my old man came over and brought more Tui. So I'm drinking his beers, even though he's not here tonight. Big Vietcha's got some focaccia bread, bacon. You make your own bread. Goodness gracious me, that's next level. Weather's getting warmer in Wales. You guys are lucky. It is definitely chilling down over here. Pre-game cultural experience was intense. David, mate, I can honestly say I've never seen anything quite like that in an Aussie game. Alaran, how you doing, man? Cheers, man. How are you finding life back in New Zealand? Cold, I bet. Cold. Until you head back on Monday. Jamie, I reckon the Blues, hopefully. The crowd doesn't look too huge that it'll buoy the Reds guys on. They've got they've got one of their key guys out and their solid fullback as well. Yeah, come on the Blues, surely. Paddy Wagon, I'm going good. I just sat down and watched the oh goodness me, here go the Reds. Big, oh, they've knocked it on. That was almost a big line breakdown to old Taugunu. Yeah, pretty good day. I went to see my old man and my mum, had dinner with them. It was a teachers only day for my son's school. I'm not sure if your guys' countries have teachers only days, but the teachers do some professional development and you get to look after your kids on a non-holiday day. So my parents were kind enough to look after my children. Force blew a lot of chances against the Crusaders, Hamish. Man, you are not kidding. That's pretty much my notes from like 60 to 80 minutes until they scored that final try. 2:49 a.m. in Seattle, Mark. Goodness me. Hope you're watching the NHL. That's been a good watch, actually, recently. SA squad for the Lions is coming soon. Is it really? I remember I saw an interview with Rusty saying it was coming on Saturday, but maybe that means this Saturday. That would make sense. That would make sense. Jason says, Matt Greeley is making a Super Rugby debut. That'll be why I was struggling with his name. He's a member of the Reds Academy, just got signed this year. Well, I hope he has a good game, but not. I just still hope that they lose. If I could say that. Schlanger's ordered a pizza, bought a 12-pack. The night is set. Hawaiian, I'm sure. Absolutely Hawaiian. Fingerless mitts, Craig. I've tried everything, man. I still get the chilblains. I think I just got bad circulation. The way I figure it, because I'm tall and I've got long monkey arms, it takes a long time for the blood to get all the way to the ends of my fingers. So by the time they get there, they're getting bad quality service. I don't know. I'm probably just too lazy and don't move around enough, man. I've had sedentary jobs for quite some time. I tend to get chilblains. Theft. The Crusaders dropped the bonus point. They did. That could come back to haunt them. And Novmum, you and I and Alaran, none of us get to go to that Chiefs game against the Rebels because it's going to be played in Sydney tomorrow. In terms of this game, there's a scrum on the Blues 22-metre line. It's a Reds feed, so a good attacking opportunity for the Reds. But the Blues scrum is pushing them pretty hard. Daramundi, man, how you doing? Impressed with the force? Blues have won a penalty. We get out of jail. Bloody cold, says Alaran. Indeed. Not what you're used to in Western Australia, I am sure. Patrick's up early to watch the Blues. Patrick, man, I've been watching the NHL. I don't know if you follow the NHL, but I haven't watched the NHL for about a year, but now that's the playoffs, I'm kind of back into it. Force are the best Aussie team out there, James. At the moment, they seem to be, apart from last week, they seem to be pretty solid. Theft did some gardening. Goodness me, man. What did you do gardening for? I also did a bit of gardening last week. Haven't done any this week. Why isn't O'Connor playing? Pulled out late, Carl, mate. Pulled out late. I think he must have picked up a knock. Rassi Erasmus rumoured to move to coach Saudi Arabia. Not a chance. Surely not. Not a chance. Anthony reckons it's going to be an interesting game for both teams for different reasons. Indeed. The Blues just are. I'm looking at it from a Blues point of view, man. We need to win. Preferably a bonus point. JP, I was hoping you'd be here. A Reds man against my Blues. Good luck, man. Let's hope it's a good game. Quasi, am I going to do more content on the Box versus the Lions? Indeed, I'm looking forward to the Springbok squad coming out, as someone mentioned earlier. I think it was Shonik. Yeah, once the Springbok squad is announced, that'll be a video. Absolutely. Absolutely. Saying goes, cold hands, warm heart, Craig, you reckon? I don't know. I just know I got cold hands and chilblains. Crowd's not the best here, says Sam. Doesn't look the best, but I guess it's kind of to be expected. The Aussie teams have not been doing that well, so it's hard to get people to buy into it. More inflation. How are things your way? I've been complaining about the cold. Vunivalu's just put in a pretty decent kick, actually. Blues on their own 10-metre line. Hoping Vegas make it through to the next round of the NHL. You got to be happy with the Isles' progress. Ben, man, they knocked out the Pens. Pretty happy with that. They took the series to 1 apiece against the Bruins in the first 2 games. One away game overtime in Boston, but then they lost in overtime today in New York. So yeah, pretty gutted. Pretty gutted. They did well to take it to overtime, to be fair. Needed something to make up for the no streams. I have been less on the streams, haven't I? Sometimes the timing doesn't work out, eh? Like 5 o'clock games, my kids are eating dinner. And my wife needs assistance. I can't just dump her in the deep end. So, what can I say? 5 o'clock games kind of suck. Bro, this is a boring 7-minute start. Yeah, we haven't been talking a whole lot about this game thus far. The Reds generated a line break early, but there's not been a lot since then. Just got back from the coast, had a few good days in Brighton. Nice. Seagulls, right? Some kind of soccer team, football team. Nov Mum's husband finally got a job. Congratulations on him getting the job. That's great news. I'm kind of hoping I don't have to get a job anytime soon. We'll see how that goes. I'll see what I can do here anyway. We're doing alright. We're living. Can't complain. Paid the bills. Paid the Powerball. Internet. Everything. Everything's under control. Boom for the like button. Definitely boom for the like button. Missing the score on the screen. Yeah, it's still 0-0. I'm always slack to put it up until the scores come live. Let's chuck it up. We've got red, 0-0 blue, and let's see what color pops out. Dum-dum-dum. And it's yellow. That's from a Hurricanes game. Was the last live stream. Let's switch that. Do we go red or blue? We go red because the Reds are the home team. There you go. Luke, the Reds are going okay. The game's been a bit stop-start thus far. So, yeah, it's kind of early days. Blues looking like a team to beat tonight, Joshua. I don't know. We just got turned over, so not great. It's going to be like the Force versus Chiefs, boring as hell, and then really good in the last 5. Sometimes those games are the most memorable in their own way. Sophie, good evening. How are you doing? We've got lots of regulars on here. Good to see you guys. Whether you're watching live or delayed. We're sitting down to watch the Force, the Reds and the Blues. It's still 0-0 after 8 minutes and 22 seconds. The Reds have got a line out. And let's hope the Blues can pinch it. No, we can't. So the Reds will have an attacking chance just outside the Blues 22. Don't know how families survive on the benefit long term, Nov Mum. Yeah, just don't know. Don't know either. How many beers are we going to smash tonight? I don't have many in the fridge. I've only got 2 more in the fridge plus this one. And then we're down to Chinese liquor. And we don't want to get to that Chinese liquor. No, sir. Sophie's got a puppy sleeping on her lap so she can't move right now. Well, you're stuck with us, Sophie. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. A lot of penalties. I'm just going to quickly grab my phone because I want to actually see the stats. I'll be back in just 2 secs. April Tui beers, indeed. You want to see the Chinese liquor? Remind me at halftime, I'll grab it, but I ain't going to drink it because it's nasty. It is nasty. It's actually not too bad. It's an interesting one. I should give it some context. That Chinese liquor I've got is not made to be just drunk like, shots of rum or, sip like whiskey. It's made to be had with food. You're supposed to chow down on your dinner and then sip that at the same time. So when people just drink it straight, they think it tastes gross, but it is supposed to be had with food to kind of, yeah. Got stuck on the M25 for an extra hour and a half on the way home. Flashing, this is a long weekend here, what you guys would call bank holiday. It's Queen's birthday weekend here. Here come the Blues, Rico. He's 6 meters out. He's isolated as. How the heck the Reds didn't turn them over there is unbelievable. 2 meters out. So yeah, traffic was really bad as people head out of town. Motorway was congested. The Chinese liquor is called baijiu, which literally means white alcohol. It's like a spirit made of sorghum, I think. It's pretty gross. But as I said, you got to kind of drink it properly to get the best out of it. But I think even when it's being Drunk properly, it's still not the nicest of stuff. Is it like Japanese sake? No, unfortunately. Sake is quite nice. Sake, you can just kind of sip it like a whiskey, right? But nah, this stuff I don't think is very good. Sullivan and Plummer won't have any game time because of Barrett and Rogers to Ivasashek. I think it's probably still an upgrade, but Sullivan needs minutes, eh? He needs some development. How does a team get a bonus point, George? For the winning team, they need to score 3 tries more than their opponent. So if you score 3, they score none, you get a bonus point. If you score 4, they score 1, you get a bonus point. But like the Crusaders game tonight, they only scored 2 more than the Force, so no bonus point. Yeah, but tell me what the time in year 10 you actually bought vinegar instead of water. Goodness me, Parrot. No, you didn't. Drinking vinegar would not be the most pleasant. It's been a tough watch to start. This is my note, but on 12 minutes, the Blues pen makes it 3 points to 0. I will update the score on the board. We're at 3-0. The Blues are in front. They have opted to take the 3. They clearly just want to get the win. Because if they can get a bonus point against the Force next week, then this game, if they drop a bonus point, won't matter. Soju is also definitely an easier drink than the stuff I'm talking about. Yep, definitely an easy drink. The soju shots murdered me on stream last week. Oh, that's what JP's talking about, because my dad kept saying, run it. He wanted to come here tonight, but because of the teachers only day, they ended up looking after my son today, so they came here last night, took him home with them. He had to sleep over there, so yeah, unfortunately we didn't get to do the liquor this week. Next week maybe, I don't know. He's looking forward to coming over for another stream anyway. 13 minutes 17 seconds. Reds are running out of their own half up to the halfway line. Wilson, basketball pass out to Paenga-Mosa, who's out there on the wing. Blues defense is holding. Although we're just outside the 22, we've lined up Tupou. You better believe he's knocked that on. The Blues defenders weren't having him running into any space. It's true, I was in Russia and you mistook the bottle because it looked like spring water. The closest I can give you with that from my Chinese experience was I bought what I assumed was like a sweet bun with chocolate in it. Like chocolate kind of paste, but it was not chocolate, it was red bean, which was something of a different flavour from what my mouth was expecting when I bit into it. So yeah, I feel your pain. Although vinegar instead of water is probably a lot worse. Thoughts on the Crusaders game, Joseph? Yeah, funnily enough, it could have been even closer. The Force had so much pressure on them in that second half, they only just converted one at the end, which was a pity because it was too little too late. If the Blues get the win there in the finals, I don't think it's guaranteed because the Crusaders have dropped 2 bonus points, but they are still perfect record in terms of the wins. Likewise, the Highlanders. So if the Blues drop bonus points this week and next week, and the Crusaders and Highlanders get bonus points next week, with the Highlanders, then I think it could come down to points difference. Ordered a margarita pizza in Seoul. Turns out it was a cheesecake pizza. That might make the Hawaiian sound good to some people. I don't know. Gasmania, indeed. He was loving that last week. He's loving the attention. He loves it. Mystery buns are an adventure. Yeah, Shonik, I never went to a Chinese bakery quite the same way after chowing down on some red bean buns. Because it was more embarrassing because I was with this other Kiwi guy who's actually a South African by birth. He only had a couple of words that he would say that would kind of give away that he was South African. Like he didn't say car, he'd say caw. But he said to me, I said, oh look, chocolate buns. And he's like, that's not chocolate. And I said, it's chocolate. Bought them and then I bit into it, that's not chocolate. Yeah, so he was right. Does Auckland Blues have a bigger fan base than the Crusaders New Zealand Quasi? We've certainly got a bigger population base. I think we've got more Facebook followers, more Twitter followers, like on all the social media. But we're a much bigger city than Christchurch. Oh, Heem has just busted over Dalgunu. Offload out the back door to Sullivan. Come on, Blues. And to touch. Good play, though. Good play. If all the teams drop one game, the Chiefs win, we can get to the final. Yeah. Can you see all the other New Zealand teams dropping? Flatten Dalgunu, seriously. I'll take my dog's turds on pizza over bloody pineapple. You say that. You say that, but anyway. Flesh and the Crusaders result was close, although the Force scored a try after the clock was in the red, so that kind of makes it look closer than it was. They were never in a position to like win it or get close to the death. Probably asked this a million times, who's your favourite club, 2 cents? I'm traditionally a Blues man, although I was an Auckland man when I was not a man, when I was a child, because there was no Blues, when there was no Super Rugby. So yeah, Auckland, the Blues, All Blacks, that's kind of my... Oh, Satutu's just not... That's not Satutu. It was either Akira, must have been Akira, knocked it on. Yeah, those are my kind of hometown teams. Pan o raisin. Nope, it was a pastry filled with pesto and olives. South Korea is a confusing place. Bloody hell. I would have thought raisin bread. Silly me. 5 Labradors. Bloody hell, Sophie. That's going to keep you busy. My son asked me for a dog the other day, and then I told him that dogs like to go for lots of walks, and he's the one that always complains in the morning when I say we're walking to school instead of driving, and then he kind of thought about, like, oh, maybe we don't need a dog. But anyway, we'll see. We will see. James reckon both teams are having a good go so far. Neither's really able to get on top, but they are both spinning the ball around a bit. The Blues are contesting every defensive line out, which is a good sign. Hopefully they can finally pinch one. But yeah, we will see. We will see. You'll be walking the dog, mate. Luke, I am well aware of that, which is why I told my son he ain't getting a dog. He is not getting a dog. You can see the Hurricanes, Highlanders and Blues dropping games theft. Possible. Possible. Potu says, up the Blues, brother. Yeah, man. Come on, Blues. We need a good result. The pressure's off a little bit with the Crusaders dropping a bonus point. It would be like the Blues to choke it away, but hopefully not. How far away is my son's school? It takes us like 20 minutes, but he walks slower than I do. Little 5-year-old legs. Let me Google map that. Oh. Okay. Maybe I can't use Google while I'm live streaming. Bizarre. Reds lineout's going okay. It's been a good week this year, Ben. I was kind of hoping we were going to put your fellas under a bit more pressure, but not so far. Not so far. Watch up. Okay. Watch up. Thank you, Junaid. We're watching up. Oh, it's the Reds who got the ball as well. Come on, Blues intercept. Blues intercept. Blues intercept. Blues intercept. We can do it. Reds spin it. Left. Paisami. Gets it to Salakai Loto. Payangamosa's out there on the wing again. He loves sitting out on that wing. 5 phases for the Reds. Wilson, they're inside the 22. They've got advantage. They can just throw the dice. No, don't do it. Oh, goodness me. Big tackle from Farnet. Scott Young. Tackle still just outside the 22. Wilson. Oh, straight through. Bloody hell. Ho, 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 ho. Wow. Wilson. Goodness me. Wilson. That was like a parting of the Red Sea moment, man. Nobody touched him. Little inside ball. Who threw that pass? I need to see that from side on. I'm hoping it wasn't forward because it was a great try. Wilson does have some pace, absolutely. Flat. Inside ball. Yeah, it was a great line. Absolutely. Yeah, TMO's looked at it there all clear. I mean, I could say it was forward, but nah, it was flat. Just he's that quick that he makes it look like it's going forward because he's moving forward at a rate of knots, but no. Right, Reds are in front, 7-3. First lead change. I will change the... Looks forward. Yeah, I think it looks forward because he's just hitting it at a rate of knots and he may even kind of catch it behind him. I think the ball itself's flat. Let's change the scoreboard. 7 points to 3. What is wrong with my connection? It doesn't want to let me update the scoreboard for some reason. It's just kind of hanging. Let's try that again. Save. Nah, scoreboard's broken. I flip-flop from One Eye Blues fan. Yeah, as a Blues fan, I was going, oh, forward. And then I thought, it's a nice try. I hope it's not forward. So, yeah. I've changed internet providers, and this new one is so far on day one a little bit hit and miss. Let me try that again. Can I add a 7? Come on. You can do it. It just doesn't want to let me add a 7. The scoreboard thing is officially a Blues fan. Having trouble connecting, please check your internet connection. But the live stream's still going. Don't know. Maybe I'll use the Ethernet cable next time. No whiteboard. I can get a whiteboard. There is a whiteboard sitting over there. Right, 24 and a half minutes. The Blues need to head back for Ane up to the 5 metre line. The Blues are pretty much out in front. Going through some phases. Not back for an advantage. Why is my whiteboard broken? Did I see any of Sale versus Bristol? I feel like I did see some highlights, but I can't really remember. I could be telling lies. Hey, the whiteboard fixed. Not the whiteboard, the score thing fixed. Oh, Pangamosa's been yellow carded. Bloody hell. Blues were putting them under some pressure, but that's a big call. Blues need to capitalise here. Absolutely. No whiteboard gone fancy. That ability to put words on the screen just comes part of the streaming service I use, so it's not too fancy. It's about as basic as it gets. But yeah, I do have a whiteboard in case I need it. Yellow's going to hurt, Sean. I'm kind of hoping it hurts. It's another penalty conceded by the Reds. They're living dangerously. Salako Loto this time. Odogwu did his ACL. It's a pity because he was being tipped for the England over the summer. Sophie, you know what? I first thought about that. So now's his best chance to play for England. He gets injured. He's not going to play. Still a chance if Eddie moves past him and goes with somebody else. There's still a chance that he goes for Italy. Potu lives in Brisbane and needs this win. I need this win, man. Need this win. Loyalty says, let's go Blues. I echo those sentiments, man. Absolutely. Who's in the Rainbow Cup so far? I've decided after seeing the Scotland squad name that I need to watch a lot more of it, man. I'm well behind. I'm well behind on what's been going on. I've seen a few of the South African games. I think I've seen like 2 of the European games. It's not enough. It's not enough to really keep up, eh? I said it to my wife the other day. I said, I think I need to watch more rugby. She looked at me with that look of disdain. Big Dog Vunivola is playing. Look up, says James. All right, we're looking. The Blues are going 5 phases. Seeing as we got back from that penalty, we may have got it over the line. Try time. Try time. I'm from Brisbane now, live in Christchurch. Go the Reds. Usually it's the other way around, man. Hapali'i is the one who gets the try. They just went through the phases, eventually grounded over. As Scooter says, try time Blues, absolutely. So much rugby, so little time. Honestly, it is, JP, man, because I've said this a million times. When I drop my kids off, I get home at 9, and I got to leave to pick them up by like 2. A game of rugby is about 2 hours. Doesn't leave me with a heck of a lot of time if I watch 2 games. Like, you're left with like an hour left. So anyway, I'm moaning. I'm literally not working, and I'm just making rugby-related videos for a living at the moment. So, Crimea River. Good reward though for the Blues there. It's first points in the yellow card. Come on, Black, kick that conversion. He has. So it is 7 points to 10. The Blues are in front. Second lead change of the game. And the scoreboard is happy to work this time now that the Blues are in front. I bet we retrade places, Blues to 2 cents rugby. Have you ever looked after children, JP? Yeah. It's the child minding aspect, which is the bit you might struggle. 75 watching, not bad. Yep. Welcome along, guys. If you are here, feel free to drop comments. I try to check the chat as much as I can. Drop likes on the stream. That helps out with the algorithm and stuff. Just as always, if you are ahead of everybody else, try not to drop too many game spoilers into the chat, just because some people might be behind you. And I'm behind everybody. I'm at 29-10 at the moment. Talea is just running it up to halfway and got smacked. Scoreboard is a closet Blues fan. Absolutely, Sophie. Have children, they said it'll be fun. I know, right? Yeah, babysitting the 2 kids Escosivo is fun. Zimbabwe, goodness me, man. Long time no see. How you been doing? George says, love what you're doing. It's great, bro. I appreciate that, man. Very much appreciate it. Hoping to bring out some more cool stuff soon as well. But honestly, guys, July's on the way. How many bloody games have we got in July? You got the All Blacks against Fiji and Tonga. You got the Māori All Blacks. You got Samoa. You got the Aussies and the French. You got the Lions tour, if that doesn't kind of whet your appetite. You got Scotland and Romania and Georgia. Honestly, Wales and Argentina, it's all on. July's going to be massive. Mike is in Kenya and says, go the Blues. Good man. Right. Speaking of go the Blues, 5 metre line out again. Takes the ball cleanly. 2 tries and 1 yellow card period, you reckon? Is this too much to ask? Salakai Lots was doing really well to disrupt that maul. He's got his hands all over Eklund. We need to get the ball back. Otherwise he's going to kill it. They've done it. Kept the binds on as well. Good maul defence though from the Reds. They went right through the middle. Turnover ball. Great maul defence, unfortunately. Not so bad once they are teens. They spend all the day in the bedrooms and just come out for food and water. Right now it's the opposite, not more. My son consistently berates me for not getting in and playing enough Transformers with him. Greetings from Sunny Island. First bit of decent weather for the last week. Finished a game of golf. 10-15. Goodness me. It's going to, I don't want to say it's going to crap here, mate, but it's certainly gotten brisk. Haven't been on lately. No worries, Zimbabwe, man. Life gets in the way sometimes. It does its thing. It's all good. But yeah, July's going to be huge. Somehow yesterday I stumbled across the Zimbabwe and Zambia on YouTube. I don't even know what that means. Do they have their own channels? Owning a child is like having Rico on your team. It's really annoying a lot of the time, but if someone tried to take them away from you, you'd kill them. That's probably fair. It's probably fair. It's weird as well, because I've got a 5-year-old boy who's keen to play Transformers and a 3-year-old girl. And they kind of always want to play at the same time, so we end up playing Transformers. But it's like, he's playing with a Transformer and I have to be the enemy of that Transformer. So I'm an Autobot, he's a Decepticon, or vice versa, and we're battling each other. And then my daughter will grab one of the Transformers and I'll try to battle her, and she's like, no, I want to be your best friend. Like, let's go, like, I don't know, let's go to the car wash, because the Transformers are cars, they need to be washed. It gets hard to have a intimidating battle and be best friends at the same time. It's a weird one. Watch up, says Junaid. Alright, man. I'm hoping it's not a Reds intercept, because the Blues are down the right end of the field in the 22. Reds have still got 14 men on the field with 2 minutes left on the playing Gamosa card. Christie decides to go blindside. Akira gets tackled. Christie. Still got a minute and a half left on this card. The Reds are doing well to try and hold them up, but it's a tackle, knee on the ground. Christie spins it right. That's the open side in this case. If you're not watching, Robinson going through phase. There's 9 phases. Talia has been quiet all season, but man, you cannot give him that kind of space. Goodness gracious me. Basically 2 cents. Your son is Optimus Prime and you're Megatron. Essentially, I am Megatron. Gazatron, indeed. Have you ever considered making a Discord? People can chat about rugby in their various leagues. I could. Although I have used Discord. Discord is one of the first apps to make me feel kind of old. Because when I use it, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Like, you know how when you're a kid and your parents don't know how to work the TV, you're like, come on, Dad, why don't you know how to use the TV? I got onto Discord for a couple of things, and I had no idea what I was like trying to join an Among Us game on Discord, and I ended up having a microphone on and just being like a proper old man. So I need to learn how it works. Yeah, Discord. I will update the scoreboard in just a second. The Blues scored a try. It was Mark Talea, the left winger, after about 9-10 phases. There was just a big gap, and he gassed through it. Yeah, very costly yellow card period for the Reds. It is now 17 points to 7. Rugby Gaming Channel will be interesting. The problem with rugby gaming is they're mostly bad. You got OK Boomer the other week. Goodness me, I've never had OK Boomer. Not yet, anyway. Same on Discord. I run a tech company, but haven't jumped on Discord yet. Yeah, I found it not intuitive, but that probably just means that I'm getting old. I reckon. The hockey guy, who's a channel similar to mine, that I kind of based this channel off for ice hockey, has got a Discord. And because I support him on Patreon, I've got like certain access that I can do stuff. And when I got on there, I had no idea what I was doing. Those are the only two I've looked at, Among Us and the hockey guy. And as I said, I had no idea, no clue what I'm getting out of it, kind of thing. George loves Zahn Sullivan. Zahn Sullivan is looking the business. You kind of wish that Leon McDonald had played him a wee bit earlier instead of messing about with all the other guys at fullback. But anyway. Love Mum's teen goes on Discord. Yes, I probably need to get my son to teach me. I mentioned that once on a live stream, right? When I was doing this, when I was still working at the university, I was doing some eye test thing and I had to use a Nintendo Switch. Was it a Switch? What's the 3D one? I'm showing my age, but the girl who gave me the test, who's a student, told me that if I couldn't figure it out, that my son would be able to teach me how to use it. Come on, man. Discord is great. It integrates texting, video chat, and screen sharing pretty well compared to other messaging apps. Okay, I need to learn how to use it. How did you get interested in hockey? 3DS, that was the one, Escasivo. Thank you, bud. In hockey, American Tigers rugby. Good question. The reason I got interested in the NHL was because... Oh, here goes Dalguna. Because I had a child. If that makes sense. No, it doesn't. It requires more explanation. When my son was born, I was able to take a few months off with parental leave provided by my former employer. So my wife took the first 3 months off, which is the government subsidized leave. And then I took the next 2 months off, 2 and a bit, with my annual leave and my parental leave combined. So I was looking after a baby who sleeps much of the day. So when he was asleep and I'd done all the chores, I'll just put the TV on. But daytime TV is rubbish. Like, I'm not going to watch Days of Our Lives, right? I don't even know if that show's still on. So I just watched the sports channels, and during the day, the ice hockey was on. And I was like, this sport was good. I can dig ice hockey. It's pretty easy to understand for the most part. A few obscure rules. Kind of like rugby in that regard. A few kind of hard ones to understand, but mostly pretty straightforward. There's a bit of rough and tumble, which is kind of good if you've got a rugby background. The players are all pretty modest. They don't try to talk too much smack, seemingly, which is kind of good from a rugby background, so I can kind of relate to those guys more. Like when I see basketball players talk, I can't really stand it sometimes. Anyway. 2 cents. I watch ice hockey because I have a child. Logic 100. I know, right? Hopefully that made sense in the end. Did I tell you when I watched that Russian ice hockey match? No. This is before or after you had the vinegar. My NHL team is the Islanders, believe it or not. The New York Islanders. That year that I watched them, they won their first playoff round in the last however many years. John Tavares scored a double overtime game-winning goal to send them through to the next round, where they promptly got knocked out, but I was kind of following them on that journey. They were the underdogs, so I was kind of keen to see them get it done, and they got it done, and then the bugger went and left for another team. So, there you go. It's going to be another rugby game in development for Rugby 22. I hope it's good, but rugby games are generally pretty rubbish. They're okay for rugby games, but they can't compare to legit video games, man. You play FIFA or 2K or Madden or something, and then you play a rugby game. It's night and day. Right, Blues have conceded a penalty for not rolling away. We're almost at half time. It's 40 minutes on the clock. Blues have got a 10-point lead. I always thought the Islanders were your favourite team because New Zealand has a North and South Island. No, it's not actually that. I liked following them on their journey. They were a bit of an underdog side. They're kind of like my Blues. They've won the cup years ago, but haven't had any success for ages. So they were kind of like a natural fit. The team that used to be good that are now just rubbish. So, yeah. Any chance for Robinson to get a shot at a black jersey, Junaid Mao? Maybe, but it's a very congested area of players, that back row for sure. Huge John Tavares fan, but not an NHLer. His uncle John Tavares, legendary lacrosse player. Right. Yeah, he's a bit boring. He's a very serious guy, not a very good speaker, but that doesn't make it a bad thing, right? There's a lot of rugby players who are kind of like that. They're pretty serious. Reds have just missed the penalty right before full time, before half time. I was pretty gutted what he kind of did to the Islanders, though, because he knew he wanted to leave. And if he'd told the Islanders, I want to leave, then they would have been able to trade him to another team and at least get something back for it, like another player or some draft picks. But he decided to wait till the end of his contract and then leave as a free agent. So he got to go to his new team for free and didn't sign with the Islanders when they offered him a bigger contract. So it's kind of like, I suppose he did the smart thing for his team by not making his new team, by not making them have to pay for him. But yeah, I thought he kind of did the dirty on them. But the Islanders were rubbish, so it's hard to blame him. Anyway. Talking too much ice hockey. Good for listening to the first half. Yeah, sorry I haven't been talking as much about the game. Blues are up 10 points. I want to have a look at the halftime numbers to see where things are at. I feel like it was a decent half, eh? Novma earlier asked how far my son's school is. It's about 1 kilometre. It's about... Oh, wait, no. Is it more than that? 1 point... Nah, it's not that way. We don't walk that way. We walk that way. Well, it's almost... Nah, we go in this way. It's probably like 1.2, 1.3 Ks. These streams go on wild tangents and you love it. Yeah, they tend to go on the randomest of tangents. Question for Robinson getting to the ABs is if Robinson getting to the ABs isn't good enough for the test, who do you drop? Akira, Frizzell? That's the thing, Matthew, eh? Like, who do you drop? What role does he play, eh? Like, he's a pretty good line-out operator, probably better than some of the guys, but Frizzell is also very good in that area too. Like, he's always got pretty good numbers. Back rows is like seemingly just the most competitive area across many teams. I guess because like a lot of back rowers don't have very particular physique. Like, it's pretty much just like strong dude. Like, you don't have to be especially tall. It pays to be, 6 foot something. But as long as you're big enough, quick enough, can tackle. Boshier, he's a tackling machine. He definitely could be in with a shot. Run meters 199, 240 to the Blues. Someone said the trivia question. I'll get to that in a second. Possession 52-48 to the Reds. Territory 44-56 to the Blues. So the Blues more territory, the Reds more possession. Interesting. Tackling percentage 77% for the Reds. That's terrible. 86% for the Blues. That's pretty solid. Not too far, but for a 5-year-old, 1.2 or 1.3k is pretty far. But he gets through it because we stop at my daughter's daycare on the way. We drop her off, so he gets a little rest. Papali'i definitely in the conversation for sure. My old team had 8 loose forwards and 2 front rowers. That sounds about right. David Brown says, go the Blues. Absolutely go the Blues. Yeah, see, you got Blackhead. You got a bunch of guys who are uncapped who could all be pushing for a spot. It's very, very competitive in that back row. Trivia question from the Tui can bottle. It's a cricket question, so JP will be all over this. How many one-day international centuries did Martin Crowe score? Martin Crowe. How many one-day centuries did Martin Crowe score? Cabbage Patch adds that back rowers need to be annoying. JP's nailed it. 4 one-day international centuries. That's some serious Googling right there, man. 4. Well done. Sebastian, yes, man, doing very well. Very well. Elleron got it 4. Anthony got it 4. Yes. Interestingly, Martin Crowe is like a proper legend in New Zealand cricket kind of history. He's passed away now, but I never really liked Martin Crowe because I played cricket as from 5 years old, I think. I played cricket, and the club I went to, each team was named after a New Zealand cricketer. So there was because you're just playing, you're 5 years old, you're only playing at the local ground, you don't play other clubs. So Team Martin Crowe would play Team Ian Smith and Team Great Batch and Team, Rutherford, right? But I was on Team Jeff Crowe. There was 2 Crowe teams. So I was always a big Jeff Crowe fan. And then when Jeff Crowe retired from cricket, they had a testimonial match for him at my cricket club, and it was called Crowe versus Crowe. Martin Crowe captained one team and Jeff Crowe captained another. They picked their friends and they had a cricket match, and it's supposed to be all fun, right? But Martin Crowe, being the competitive SOB that he is, played it so competitively, they absolutely wiped the floor with Jeff Crowe's team, and it was not fun to watch at all. Yeah. Couldn't let his brother win his own testimonial. He had to drive him into the ground. I was like, man, what a prick. Anyway. Do I know Mr. Saunders? Dwayne, he was the principal of my high school. He was the principal. Kakinen, you got the jokes, man. Bring the jokes. What are the jokes? Federico, how you going, man? How are you going? Elleron played against Martin Crowe and he murdered you guys. Yeah, he was pretty good. Jeff Crowe scored 200 in Perth to save a test, and you were there. Well done. Nice. Naughty says cricket's boring. Yeah, it's not my favourite game to watch anymore. But yeah. Sounds like me and my brother. See, I probably did do that to my brother, to be fair. But that's different because that's me. Morning from Canada, Peter. We've been talking about the NHL, Peter. You missed it. But anyway, It's rugby stuff today. Hope you're going well in Canada. Hope the weather's warming up. My brother would wipe the floor with me non-stop, says Thefts. The brotherly relationship is always an interesting one to see who kind of gets on top. My brother was very nice to me, so yeah. Too nice. Too nice. What are we saying, guys? Half time. The Blues going to push on. 2 tries to 1. 2 more for a bonus point, or not likely? What do you think of the NBA? I've never really been into basketball, eh? Never really got into basketball. Am I going to watch any Euro football games, Anthony? Probably not. Probably not. I used to be a decent soccer football fan, but the diving drove me out of it. I couldn't take it anymore. JP's jokes are too far to tell. Too dark, sorry. Far too dark to tell. Given you're making a horror movie, I'll believe it. Darren Monty reckons the Reds are going to pull it back. JP says the Reds are going to take it all the way. No. Blues. Surely the Blues. Always been a sailing guy more than a cricket guy. Sailing, goodness me. Hoping the Blues pull away. I hope so as well, personally. I'm having trouble where I can't stop telling airport jokes. Doctor says it's terminal. I really hope this joke takes off and doesn't fly over your head. Otherwise it'd be just plain awful. Goodness me. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Wow. How many kids have you had? Because that's an ultimate dad joke, that one. Some people down the road are having a party because there's some yelling going on down there. Cricket is an important game in Oceania and Asia, isn't it? Like soccer and America and Europe. Yeah, cricket is our summer sport here in New Zealand. The season has been largely cut short by rugby. The earlier and earlier rugby started, like Super Rugby used to start maybe March. Then it didn't push all the way about to January, so cricket kind of got pushed to the side a bit. Domestic cricket is not very... When I was a kid, domestic cricket was quite popular here in New Zealand, but it's pretty much dead now. International games, okay. Kakunen hasn't had any kids yet. Goodness me, you're ready. You are ready for children with jokes like that. I'll tell you that. Invite the party people onto the stream. Bro, my kids are asleep. You don't have any kids either, do you, JP? No. Kids are asleep. I don't need people waking them up. You've got more. Goodness me, no. No more bad jokes. Well, you can do another bad joke if you want. I can use them on my kids. Paul, good evening. Paul, are you back in the Blues to see this one out? Bonus point, or do you potentially see the Reds coming back into it? No kids that you know of, JP. Good answer. Sailing's a bit hard to get into, but just give it a yacht. I'm going to get a beer. Right. More trivia, American Tigers rugby, indeed. Got a jacuzzi and Yakuza mixed up now. Guess what? I'm in hot water with the Japanese mafia. Not bad. Not bad. The other one was better, but that's not bad. Question. Where is the soft drink? I've heard of this, but I'm not sure about the pronunciation. Where is the soft drink Urn Brew from? Paul reckons the Blues for this one with the better bench. I'll take that. Caleb Clark-George is going with the 7 side to play in the Olympics, so he's not playing any 15s at the moment. Sophie's got it from Scotland. JP also got it from Scotland. Yeah, I don't know why I've heard of that. Maybe a Billy Connolly joke or something? I'm not sure. Scotland forever, says Theft. Scotland, says Peter. Indeed. Scotland, eh? Is it any good? I'm sure people have made jokes. It must be Billy Connolly that's made jokes about it. Either that or like, who's that guy who used to live? Craig Ferguson or someone like that. Don't know. Is it Iron Brew? Ah, really? I must have bad eyesight. Is it Iron Brew? It's spelled I-R-N. Excuse me if it's pronounced Iron Brew. Unless this bottle cap has got wrong. Obviously, bottle caps are probably not the most flawless kind of information. And it's literally pronounced like iron. I've learned something today. Iron Brew. Iron Brew. Iron Brew. It's not the most appealing name for a drink. I'll say that. What do you get when a cow gets caught in an earthquake? A milkshake. Come on, man. It's made from girders. Hence the name Iron Brew. Past the 2-bottle limit. No. It's only my second bottle. Haven't touched nothing tonight. Oh, I did have one with dinner with Gazza, but that was hours ago. Come on, Kakan, I got that as well. Every dad knows that joke. You don't get your dad's license without knowing the milkshake joke. As Aileron says, the players are coming out for the second half. That was their marketing slogan. Goodness me. Unbelievable. It's basically a sweeter Lucozade. Ugh. Does not sound appealing. I would certainly try it. Jason, man, how are you going? How are things? If you could pick an All Blacks team, but all the players have to be under 21s, James, that would be a challenge. I might do another old versus young team at some point. Those are always a bit fun. Second too late. Elrond got it first. That's because of the 10-second delay. There's a 10-second delay from when I say it to when it hits your screen. So if I was a second too late, I was 9 seconds before him. Just saying. Second half is underway. We've got a line out with the Reds throw. They finally mucked one up. The Blues have nicked one. Hoorah. Glad to hear it, Jason, man. The Blues are doing all right in this game, so I'm hoping they can kind of close this one out. Seriously, all around 10-second delay. Look it up. It's a thing. Why are elevator jokes so classic and good? They work on so many levels. Making up excuses, I know. All the bleached hair and beard combos that Patrick and Akira sporting look too similar. Federico's got the right attitude, says Go Blues. Well, the Crusaders guys are doing that stupid haircut, which is like long and then no hair. So I think I'll go with the bleach, man. I'll go with the bleach. Reds comeback, says Jason. We'll see. The Blues need a score here. Come on, guys. We're inside the Reds 22. 41 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Christie gives the ball to Papali'i. Gets taken down well by the Reds. Robinson, he's going to have a carry. The big ginger ninja. I missed his post-match comments about Christie. He made some ginger joke, eh? I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a point where you can't make those jokes anymore. I don't even know. I think saying Ginger Ninja will become a no-no at some point. I had my Waratahs friend who I lived in the same city as in China, was a ginger, and he used to lament the fact that gingers were like still the only people that were kind of open game. You can say whatever you want. Look up, says Alaran. All right, I'm looking up. Hopefully it's the Blues. Isaac said look up as well, so there must be something special. Blues have got advantage. Christie. Oh, Talia did well to bring that in. Akira Ioane runs at McDermott, but he's brought to ground. Well done. Eklund still going nowhere. The Blues are going 14 phases, but they've gone less than 14 metres. Oh, Black held that ball just well enough. And was I saying Talia has had a quiet season? Oh, he's not quite made it over the line. I think Christie could have gone over himself there, but Tuipulotu's got it down. Holy smokes. Man, that was a lot of phases. The Blues made hard work of that, but maybe that's just the Reds' defence holding well. But Talia could have gone over. I swear Christie could have just run over. In the end, it's the big captain, Tuipulotu. Talia went close here. They did so well to bring him back. But then, well, I guess maybe Christie was marked by Puengamosa, but he's probably still could have backed himself to get the ball on the line. Anyway. Yeah, American Tigers kind of says saying I'm sure he could have got it down, eh? He probably just looked at Brendan Puengamosa and thought, I ain't going there. Someone mentioned the red set piece being a bit poor. Yeah, it's not been the best. One of the dad jokes you watch the Use It or Lose It show. Is that back on, Lewis, mate? I used to watch it ages ago, and then they stopped doing it for quite some time. They had the Newlands groundsman on. I watched that episode. They had some really good episodes. They had Kitsoff and Malherber on one episode. That's a really good show. I hope it's back on. Oh, I need to change the score. It's 24-7. Excuse me. Let's update that. So far, so good for the Blues. I love how the chat is either dad jokes or roasting ringers. Oh, what happened there? The Reds were literally... Was that Dalguna? Literally nobody in front of him could have gone over to score a try and slips on the ground. You know it's tough when even the turf is against you. Come on. Looking forward to views about the Force. Ignacio, yeah, man. They did really well. Although, interestingly, I didn't think Miotti had his best game. Made a few handling errors anyway. Come on, Blues. Defense needs to hold out here. The Reds are gone 10 phases. They got advantage. They spin it wide. Paisami gets tackled. Henry's looking pretty solid. Gets held up. Season 2 started a month ago. All right. Thank you, man. I will have a look. That's a good shout, because that's quite a good show. I really liked it. Maybe because those guys are both kind of my generation as well. I don't know. Craig says, look up. I'm looking. That can't be good news because the Reds are the ones down the business end. Do I think the Wallabies will be competitive, James? I reckon they will. I reckon they will, for sure. Like, the Aussies may not have the same depth over 5 Super Rugby teams, but you put a 23-man team on the park, be competitive for sure. Going upstairs. I'm still setting a scrum. 47-45. You only need 23 Cizella run, that's right. You guys are smashing out the dad jokes. I saw a bunch of soulless ginger ones. And something about a walrus licking an envelope. Darren Mundy's asking me to watch out. That's not good news. I don't want the Reds to score. Fotuaika is agonisingly close. The ball has popped out, and then Paenga-Mosa has just pounced on it. But did they lose it forward? If that bobbled out, surely somebody's dropped it. Come on. The ref is saying the ball bobbled out sideways, so he's got an on-field try. Come on, ref. How is that sideways? Yeah, whose hand it's come off is a question, but that's not sideways. That's forward by a bloody mile. On-field try. The ball's definitely gone forward. What? Initially gone backwards, then rolls forwards. What on earth, man? I mean, I want a competitive game as much as the next man, but ain't that a knock on? Okay. How does it go forward? I don't know. I think I've just spat all over my book here. It's a try. It's 14-24. Knock on all day long, says Craig. Yeah, isn't that... Isn't that just a knock on? So if you knock it backwards and throw it forward, you're all good in Brisbane. Basically. Apparently. Get some spin on the ball, I guess. Unbelievable, says Anthony. Kakin is going to give me a joke to cheer me up. Alright, and Craig's shouting at the TV. I'm controlling the urge just to shout at the TV. I wish my dad was here for that one, though. That would be brutal. Ref still missing all the forward passes. What is this? Matthew, yeah, man, sometimes the laws of the game can actually be really weird when you read them, and maybe that is correct. Generally, the refs know the laws more than what we do, but that one just strikes as bizarre. Very bizarre. My old man would definitely be ranting right now, for sure. It's about how the ball initially travels. Yeah, Paul might have it right there, eh? It's like how a forward pass can travel forward as long as it comes backwards out of your hands, right? The ball's alive. I guess it made its own decision to go forward. Gazza would be bright red. Yeah, he's mellowed a lot. Believe it or not, my old man's mellowed a lot in the last kind of few years. He used to yell at the TV a lot more than he does now. Can Talea play for the All Blacks? Yeah, I think he would be eligible for the All Blacks. Is it Samoa and South Africa? Because he's got parents from a couple of different countries and he's been raised here, so... What do you get if you pour boiling hot water down a rabbit hole? Hot cross bunnies. Goodness me. Once you've seen one rugby joke, you've seen them all. Man, you guys are just powering through. How am I going to remember all these jokes? Nice and sleazy. Good morning from a wet and rainy Wales. Didn't you say that last time you were here? Come on, man. You've got to tell me it's a bright and sunny day. Alaran and Junaid have both simultaneously said to watch up. So far, the Blues are 6 phases down the Reds' end. They're about 8 meters out. So that's good news. Unless the Reds are about to go length of the field. Hodgman's had a wee carry. Christie's marshalling the troops. He's going to give it to Robinson. He sure does. Robinson, quick ball to Tupulotu, who gets bloody close. He is a good ball carrying lock. You give that about Tupulotu, and he doesn't knock it on like he used to. That area of his game has somehow improved. How you teach a guy don't knock it on anymore is it seems to have worked. Blues have got advantage after 10 phases. Christie pops it. And have they driven over? No, still short. This time Christie with the snipe, and that's a try. It's what he should have done last time. It was a sunny day yesterday. I can't have every day, I guess. All right, I'll take that. That's reverse. That's I am laughing at that one kicking in yet. I'm just happy that the Blues got a bloody try there. Almost got his hands cut off by Fotuaika trying to dive on the ball. And there you go, American Tigers. Christie did it. Christie for the AB squad, Paul. Maybe for the Scotland squad, although they haven't called them. They've called up like 4 scrum halves, and none of them are Finlay Christie. And the conversion is over. 14 points to 31. Good day to you, Federico, man. Have a good one. I will see you another time, man. Have a good day at work. Stay safe. 31 points to 14. It's looking a bit healthier for the Blues. Your favourite sport says a lot about your life. For example, rugby has a breakdown every 10 seconds, and so do I. With Fakatava from the Landers out, you wouldn't bet against it. Right, people are saying, what the hell? So, I haven't seen Laulala do whatever Laulala does, but I'm going to watch. What was he thinking there? He literally just got up and grabbed it like he thought he was a Reds player. What the hell is that? What? Yeah, Jason, you got it right with that. That icon. Oh my god. That's like the dumbest thing you'll see all week. Damn. Lepolalala made a tackle. The ruck that was formed was past him, so he was on the red side of the ruck, and he went and picked up the ball like he was the red scrum half, and the ref blows a whistle for him being offside. Like, what the hell was he thinking? He just went and picked up the ball. Like, maybe I can get away with it. Maybe they won't notice I'm a Blues player. That was, yeah. Mental. Yeah, that'll be on the breakdown. Goodness me, what was he thinking? He'll have nightmares about that one. I think Isaac's getting in on the jokes here. Isaac, go on then. Yeah, he was just setting up the line-out turnover flesh, and that's true. Well done. That's like next level play, wasn't it? Oh God, Isaac. Oh no. Oh no. Paisami is looking dangerous, George. Yeah. Interesting they brought Sarovia on relatively early for this one. Nepalala is a sleeper agent for the Crusaders. Yeah, maybe that's right. He owes somebody a favour and he's just paid it, but it hasn't had a desired effect all round. Blues defence is still pretty solid, I'll give them that. Reds have gone a considerable number of phases here. They're making a decision to keep the ball in hand, but the Blues scramble is just there enough in time every time, seemingly. They're inching their way up the field, the Reds, but no real clean breaks or anything so far. Why did Humpty Dumpty push his girlfriend off the wall, man? I don't know if I want to know these jokes anyway. These have gone from dad jokes to slightly risque. Oh no. That's a really bad defensive read from Rico there, but oh god, we get away with it. Wow. After he said these Blues defense looked solid, 3 seconds later the break was on. Yeah, exactly, you're right. Oh, he's just kept that in, hasn't he? The linesman's called it out. Rico just jumped up way out the line, thought he was going to get an intercept, and the Reds player was like, I'm not going to pass it to you because unlike Nepolalala, I know which team I'm on. Man. Yeah, he delayed the pass for sure. Oh, what do you call a typo on against the grave mistake? Grave mistake. That's a dad joke. Knock knock. Oh, this doesn't work if there's nobody else around me. Oh, Otiri Black's gone off and Harry Plummer's come on for 20 minutes. Oh, theft is bit. Little old lady. You gotta have heard this one before. Little old lady who, I didn't know you could yodel. God, that's awful. So bad. So bad. So bad. Oh, JP knew it. Yeah, JP knows that one. Either that or you Googled it faster than I could tell it. I tried to tell that one to my 5-year-old. He didn't get it. Yeah, it's pretty cringe, Flesh, and it's a pretty bad joke. It's pretty bad. No Google required on that one, yeah. So, Mark, why did the Tommy sauce blush? Is that tomato sauce? Yeah, the game, Isaac. There's 60 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. And yeah, the Reds lineup is pretty bad. It's not been operating very well. Dad joke express, yeah. I need to show him The Sound of Music. That's true. He has heard the Lonely Goat Herd song. So, another line out. That's what you were saying. Another Reds line out's gone astray. That's terrible. What are they at the moment? Zane Sullivan with the clearance. Takes play. Oh, Joe Assess has just knocked it on cold, so the Blues will put it even deeper into Reds territory. The Reds have gone from potentially having a line on the Blues 10-metre line to just outside their own 22. It says the Reds are 6 from 8, but I don't think that can be right. It's very cringe-worthy. You don't blame your kid for not getting that. I'm surprised only JP had heard that one before. It's pretty bad. Blind man walks into a bar and then a table and a chair. Goodness me. Sullivan has been good from the boot. Matthew, yeah, he's got a nice boot on him, eh? Big old boot. Left boot as well, so pretty useful. It's good to have guys who can kick from the left, so you can kind of get maximum distance either side of the field. Sullivan's taking to Super Rugby like a duck to water. Absolutely, Paul. He's smashing it. What did the toaster say to the bread? Don't know. I'm almost afraid to ask. Hey, the Reds won a line out. There we go. Oh, Saravi just got smashed by Ruru. Ruru is such a big halfback, isn't he? He's a lot bigger than Saravi, that's for sure. Oh, Painga Moses in heaps of space. Where was Ruru? He was too busy getting up off the ground after tackling Saravi. Good kicks, especially with the line-out struggles. That's true. And we've just been talking up Sullivan, and he's just run clean past the ball there and then got tackled, but he got a good offload away to AJ Lamb, so we'll still take it. The Reds are going to have to run it back if they want to do anything. What did the match say to the wood? Oh, I don't know. Looks like the Reds' secret weapon is out of action. You don't mean O'Connor, you mean Nick Berry. Oh, shots are fired. Brendan Pangamosa with that big old dummy. Look at him. Acres of space. Commentator said hookers aren't meant to run 30 metres. Bro, even Kaitu'u, the force hooker, got a huge run, I don't know, a month ago? But yeah, Cody Taylor eats 30 metres for breakfast. Is the Reds lineup that sucks, or is it the Blues lineup defence is looking great? Let me see if I can find my notes about where the Reds lineup was. Going into this game, the Reds lineup was the third best in Super Rugby. So there you go. Sullivan's a great kick, but needs to be able to run at the line as well. He seems to be under instructions to kick at the moment, eh? I guess they I guess they are keen to secure the win because the Blues can still technically afford to drop one bonus point. Obviously, it's better if they get a bonus point, but with the Crusaders and the Highlanders both having dropped two, and the Chiefs having dropped a game, they've got a slight kind of buffer to work with if they back themselves. But remember, the Force played pretty well tonight, and that's who they've got next week. So, Almua snacks on 30 meters, absolutely. And Almua, you got the spelling right, bro. So that's all good, I think. Needs to run it. Run it, run it, run it. 15 minutes to go, folks. I feel like the Australian teams are trying to play like the New Zealand teams and they need to think of new ideas to beat the New Zealand teams. Yeah, it's an interesting one, eh? The Brumbies used to have a really distinctive way of playing after Jake White was their coach, but they seem to have shifted away from that. Plummer tried to run it but failed. That doesn't kind of surprise. Hi Mark says Jose in Brazil said just about the highlights of the Crusaders and Force. Surprised about the tight win at home. Yeah, man, it was tight, but I will say that the Force scored the last try very late, so that kind of made the score look a bit closer. The Crusaders were never going to lose it, but yeah, it was a good game to watch. I think most people thought the Force would get destroyed, but they played pretty well. Kakan, I'm going to leave you with your dark joke. I need dad jokes. It's fine. You want the margin to host the final. True, James, that's true. But I guess first thing is to get the win. Second thing is to get the points. But yeah, I take your point. They're playing low risk anyway. Maybe waiting for the Reds to make a mistake. I don't know. Reds have won a scrum penalty, so they can have a weak kick for touch and choose to attack Blues territory, but they've got to win a line out first. Heard rumours the All Blacks are thinking about they not playing DMAC for discipline problem, right, with the red card. Well, how many weeks is he suspended for? 3 weeks. So that's this week, next week. I still think he'll be in the squad. Right. Can the Reds win a line-out? Well, this time the Blues don't contest it, so the answer is yes. They don't maul it. It's a line-out move. It goes back to Paenga-Amosa, then to Henry, but he's taken. Blues defence holding. Scott Young tackled on the 5 metre line. Sorovi. Wilson inside ball to player. They got advantage again. Am I from New Zealand, Brosy? Yes, indeed. I am from New Zealand. Believe it or not. Wilson's going to be held up. No, just short. They got advantage anyway, so they might as well just have a crack. What do you call a fish that wears abortive? What's abortive? What do? They want to scrum midfield, surely. Midfield scrum, take that all day long. What do you call a fish that wears a bow tie? Oh, is that what abortive was supposed to be? A bow tie. How many drinks have you had, Kakan? Man, isn't it morning for you? Maybe typing on your phone. What happened to the duck that did crack? Oh no, that doesn't sound like a dad joke at all. Scott Young's got blood coming down his face as they decide what they're going to do here. And of them, I didn't see the house, but I did see the headline and a brief picture of it. Some house which has got a great view in Wellington, but it's in a condemned state. It's going to sell for $1 million. You become sophisticated. Oh no. Oh no. It's so bad it's good. But it's more bad than good. Oh my word. Became a quackhead. Oh no. Paddy wagon. I should have seen that coming. Oh, I should have seen that coming. Advantages in the 22 annoy Dean so much. I know you shouldn't be fouling in that area, but what is a defending player supposed to do 5 meters out from there line? I can't compete for the ball. It's tough, and those advantages go forever. Sometimes they can go like 20 phases and still go back for the advantage. Sometimes I feel like, come on, give them just 10, 15 phases. If they're still going, the advantage has got to be over. Watch up, says Junaid. Alright, we're watching. It's a big red scrum. 10 minutes to go. It's well in the Blues 22. The Blues scrum is getting absolutely shoved off the ball. What the hell's going on with the Blues scrum? You got 2 All Blacks props there, and they're getting manhandled. Absolutely manhandled. If nothing else, that's good for the Blues that this has taken a long time off the clock. It's a cross kick from Stewart. And oh my goodness, we thought there were going to be kicks to one winger, but we didn't think it'd be Zalgunu. And there it is. They both left him alone, as Paul says, and neither one took him. That was a case of yours. No Blues player. Brilliant try is right. Blues subs have not been good. Yeah, this Blues bench was supposed to be where we brought the difference, but it's not been that way. 10 points in 10 minutes to go, folks. Are we still back in the Blues? It's a bonus point. I don't think that ship's going to sail, but a win at Suncorp? Maybe. Last 5 minutes is going to heat it up, says Theft. We'll see. Brad Thorne still doesn't look like a happy chappy, but I can't remember the last time I saw him properly happy. .72 minutes. Are the Blues just going to play territory? Come on, Blues. Run it. Sullivan's actually going to run it. And he just gets tackled. That's why he doesn't run it. The last time that Brad Thorne was a happy chappy was 2011. Eiffel Tower and a tick have in common. They're both parasites. Parasites. I get it. Because the Eiffel Tower's in Paris. And a parasite. Yeah. Whoa, the offloading skills from the Blues here are pretty slick. We've got advantage. Clock is still ticking down. No bonus point is fine thanks to Olafella. Exactly. The Blues do have the luxury of being able to drop 1 bonus point and still be looking fairly comfortable. Do I watch schoolboy rugby, George? They show the occasional game on Sky here, but I don't generally tend to watch it. Blues up for the corner. Let's see if these forwards can front up better than they did for the scrum. Matthew's happy as long as we get the win. The win is key. If you don't get the win, you're stuffed. So the win is the minimum requirements. Like the video if you haven't already, guys. Cheer mark up. Am I looking that sad? I feel like I'm not too sad. I'm happy enough. How many likes are we at? We're at 79 people watching. I can't see likes. Do I want my son to play rugby? I'm trying to get him enrolled in the bloody local team. But I swear they're fart-assing me around about how do I go through the enrollment process. They're very disorganized. But yes, I have begun the enrollment process. Ruru. Little grubber through for Talea. Can't beat Sorovi to it, so it'll be a dropout for the Reds. 41 likes, 84 people. Something doesn't seem quite right with that picture. Thank you, Quasi, though, for letting me know. Which club? It was like Waitakere Rugby Club. Because I'm out west. Am I going to cover the Black Ferns this year, James? I'll see how we go for time, eh? Yeah, I'll see how we go for time, hopefully. Same in Ireland. Nobody watches the school rugby until the final every year. It's an interesting one, Dean. Like some of the schoolboy teams are really well supported here. They would probably get bigger crowds than some of our Mitre 10 games or Bunnings MPC games. But yeah, they don't get that much national attention. Sign up at Suburbs. Ashwin coaches there. Really? Suburbs is a little bit further for me. I wouldn't be able to walk there. West Auckland indeed theft. Sharnock man. Thank you, brother. A couple of bucks for the Transformers Fund. Interestingly, my son was arguing with his cousin today, my niece, and I took him to the shop because I wanted to pick up something and I let him have a look at some Transformers. Didn't buy him any because he's got to buy them himself with his pocket money, but yeah. Funny you talk about buying Transformers. Cheers, man. I hope you're having a good one. Can definitely tell I'm unimpressed. Ian, man, how are you going? We've got 4 minutes left in this game. The Blues are ahead by 10 points, so we are doing enough at the moment. Laulala looks to have won. Yeah, I don't know that he was lifting the ball, so he could have gotten into trouble there, but anyway. King's College and Auckland Grammar game is always a big event, indeed it is. Can't super chat. New Zealand dollars aren't allowed on your Aussie card. Oh, that's to stop the fraud. That's to stop the fraud. 6:30 a.m. Ian. You forgot this was on. That's alright. You tuned in for the right bit of the game. Oh, the Blues lineout's just something the bed. Nearly 50 likes. Awesome stuff. Appreciate that, guys. Oh, and for the NHL chat. No worries, man. Thank you for that, bro. Like I said, it's been good to have the playoffs. Because the NHL season's got so many games in it, but the playoffs is really fun. So, yeah. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. OHS for life born. That's me, man. Only hung in high school many a year ago now. Any Wallabies that could possibly make the All Blacks? That's always such a tough question. Some of the All Blacks guys, you question whether they could make the All Blacks. Cronies, man, how are you doing? We are almost at the end of this game. Can't super chat, only have cash. That's a good problem to have. We got 2 minutes to go, guys. It's a 10-point game. The Blues look sure to close this one out with a win. Surely. Playoffs, I'm a Sabres fan, so not familiar. Didn't you guys win the draft, though? Aren't you guys going to draft first? So you got to win. The draft lottery. 2 minutes till full marks on Super Brew, Michael. Well done, man. Hopefully it stays like this for you. Janatas is a tackle to watch out. Is this the Talia one? That just looks like a good hit to me. His legs go flailing, but I don't know that he lifted him above the horizontal, did he? Ooh, maybe. It's marginal. Penalty at most, surely. Hey, Ricardo, mate. No bonus point. I think just a win by the look of things. Ben reckons it looks fine. My initial reaction is it's fine. If you want to be really finicky, maybe you can give that a penalty at most. He's not really lifted him. He's just tackled him. God, they like to look at things so many times. Not foul play, says American Tigers Rugby, indeed. And Al Ryan just now hates Nick Berry. Slight lift. Penalty only. Thank goodness for that. Move along. Just get on with it. Highlanders to get bonus points and Canes to miss for the best final round. You reckon? It's a little bit... I don't want to say disappointing because, man, the Chiefs lost to these guys last week, so just take the win, I guess. But yeah, it would have been nice to get the win. The Reds are taking the 3. Interesting. Important kick for Dalgunu. I've never seen... Have I seen him kick? Apparently he's kicked 2 conversions and 1 penalty in his career. He's nailed that. Bloody hell. So, they're in with a chance as we go into it. Whoa. Come on, Blues. Don't blow it. 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 Go the Blues, says Grant. Yes. Don't blow it, Blues. Please don't blow it. Don't give away stupid penalties. Just make your tackles. Keep the Reds down this end of the field. They can't score from their own 22. Eventually they'll knock it on. Come on, Blues, says Jason. Blow it, says Ben. No, don't blow it. Last 5 minutes, says Steph. What did I say? Yeah, maybe. Get out of there, Blues tacklers. Roll away, for goodness sake. 6 phases. Here they go, the Reds. Come on, Blues. Just make your tackles. Tupou still on the field. Tried to hold him up. Why? Of all the guys to try and do a choke tackle on, don't do it, Tupou, man. You're not going to keep him up. God's sake. Watch up, says Craig. No, don't do this to me, Craig. Surely not. Oh, turnover ball. And we've kicked it out. Thank God for that. Kicking. What do you call a naughty lamb dressed up like a skeleton for Halloween? Bad to the bone. Cheers, man. Oh, I appreciate that. The joke and the donation. What can I say? Ian's beginning to think he's a curse on the Blues with these watch-alongs. Oh man, you didn't curse us. We managed to get it done. Thank goodness for that. The Blues do get the win, just barely in the end. They were looking like they could have got a bonus point win at one point, but they only just walk out with the win. Yeah. Cheers, Michael. Grant, we've been going dad jokes for ages. George, I doubt I will do a stream. Oh, no, I will. I'm thinking tomorrow's Sunday. No, tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, I should do a stream for the second game. Maybe the first one. We'll see. We will see. Yes. Cheers, JP, man. It means more for my side in the greater scheme of things, so appreciate that. That did stress me a bit, Craig, man. You said look up. Bloody hell, you tricked me there. Grant, whenever I show the thing, it doesn't show the actual super sticker, but cheers for that. There's a tiny little bit left there. Thank you, man. And yeah, you missed the dad jokes. There were heaps of dad jokes. We've been doing like 40, 50 minutes of dad jokes. So, yes. Anyway, take care, guys. I'm going to head off. And, yeah, I might see you guys again tomorrow. Go to the Blues. A win is a win. We'll take it. All right. You guys take care. See you later. Bye.